This is the Blood Eagle Podcast with your host, Tyler Lockhart and Cale Maven.
Heyo, welcome back. Week 2, episode 2 of the Blood Eagle Podcast. I'm Tyler. I'm here with my buddy Cale Maven once again, and we got a whole bunch to talk about, and we got a few of our buddies coming on here with us here in just a little while. But first, Cale, how's it going?
It's going great, man. We had a race last night at Brush Creek, and pretty good evening for us.
Nice. What all happened out there? I know you told me that the track was pretty good, and go ahead and tell the listeners, how was your racing weekend?
Early on, the track was real dry and slick, and car was loose, and so after qualifying, we brought it in and we tightened it up for the heat race and went out there and won the heat race, and so that put us in a good starting position for the feature. And we were running about fourth there. Was running a 20-lap feature on lap 18. The leader blew his motor, so that put me up in third, and we held that position the rest of the race and finished third. So it was a pretty good night for us. And the other car that races with us out of our stable, he finished ninth, and Levi Morris, and I was pretty proud of him. That was only his fifth race out, and man, it's just good to see the progression from him, man. It's just, he's having a blast and learning, and we're all still learning every time, but we had a great night, and we was kind of pumped up coming home.
Heck yeah, you can always, doesn't matter how long you've been racing, there's always room for improvement and lessons learned and all that, because every race is different. There's always a different scenario. It's not like it's going to be the same every night that you're out. It's always different. But I got to go back real quick. How did you do in your heat?
I won the heat.
Victory screech!
So that was pretty exciting. That was my very first heat win since I've been driving these cars, and that was pretty exciting for me, but we just went back and kept working on the car, thanks to Josh Dietz and Ashley Tackett. They helped me get the car going in the right direction. Josh is really good with setups, so he helped me get going.
Yeah, it's awesome.
To get a little faster, and just get the handling down. That's what, that really helped me out so much. And man, big thanks to those guys. They really helped me a lot, and they always continue to help me since I don't even know hardly what I'm doing that much. Levi, they helped him as well, and I think that's what helped him do as good as he did, because of the help of those guys. And that's what I like about legend car racing, pretty much everybody helping each other. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's for sure. It's nice, especially to have a group of friends at the track give you a hand, and just make them few car adjustments from you guys do qualifying, we don't, but from heat race to feature or qualifying to feature, it's nice, because sometimes that's all you need, and in Levi's case, it's a prime example.
Right, yeah.
So
it was nice. So how you didn't race this weekend, right?
No, I had work, and with the work schedule I had this weekend, we got kind of busy, so ended up not making it out this weekend. But for here on out, I should be good. So
yeah, your car's ready to go, right? Pretty much. I mean,
it's ready.
Yeah,
it's just I'm actually getting my spare car all did it up and ready to go, and I had some time. Like I said, I didn't really do any racing this weekend, so I had some extra time, so I got the spare car ready and got that ready to go and all that, because I plan on running 2 cars, one locally here and one when I travel. So yeah, that's about it, though. Really didn't do much this weekend besides turn some wrenches. That's about it.
That's good, man.
Yeah, so
that's good.
I did see, speaking of 4-cylinders, I did see something very scary that could happen to anybody. It almost happened to you. It's out in Indiana. What was that track that what's that
Anderson
track?
Speedway.
Anderson Speedway.
Anderson Speedway.
Yeah, out in Indiana. I guess a guy blew a motor. That's from what I read. A guy blew a motor, caught on fire. They had a life flight him out. I heard he's all right. Got real lucky there. That just goes to show, make sure you, safety-wise, you have a good fire extinguisher close in reach. I know a lot of rules for all classes have that, but that just goes to show anything can happen, and it doesn't matter how quick you think you can get out. I don't know the whole story. I'm definitely gonna keep up on it to see what all happened, but it's just crazy. That's your situation. It just goes to show, Cal, how lucky you were. And it was some different circumstances where you could have very easily, it could have been switched. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I got lucky on my fire. The fire is scary. So.
Yeah. From the pictures that I saw, it looked like it was upright. So it doesn't look like the guy rolled or nothing. Like I said, the post that I read, it just said that it blew up and caught fire. That was all. And in any car, your guys' car, they blow up all the time. 4 cylinders. It's there's always a guy here or there that's having motor trouble, and
right.
Yeah, it's just crazy. So for listeners out there, especially the racers. Safety is, you want to go there you want to come home how you went there in one piece. So if the car's not,
right.
that sucks. You can work on the car if you're, badly injured or worse, you ain't working on the car no more or racing. So that's definitely one thing. And we're going to touch on that later as well. But anything else on your weekend, Cal?
Racing wise, no. I mean, we brought the car home in one piece, and that was thankful. So ran good, pretty excited. And we're off next weekend, and I think we have a double header Memorial Day weekend of race Friday night and Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
We'll be going. I think Friday night we're at Jackson County Speedway in Jackson, Ohio, and then Saturday we go to Florence, Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look at my schedule.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to have to get that GoPro hooked up so we can get some GoPro footage of Florence at least, and Jackson. Actually, I'd like them both because when I come down, them are the 2 tracks I'm going to. I'd like to, see from you guys' perspective, how the track is and all that. So that'd be cool.
See if I can get me a mount so I can put my GoPro in.
Yeah, I'll send you one. I'll send. They're cheap. I just got one. That's hopefully for this weekend coming up. Friday, Saturday, I'll have a GoPro in the car with me.
Yeah, send me the link so I can give me some.
Yeah, for sure. But we got our guest waiting here. We are going to talk to them, David and Sterling from Chicken Bone Alley Podcast, and it's going to be really cool. So let's go ahead and get this next segment going and get them on here. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 of our good buddies, David and Sterling, they're on here on the podcast with us. We appreciate them guys coming on, especially if you're listening, because we're probably about an hour and a half into podcast. So if you waited this long to listen to David and Sterling, we really appreciate it. I just messing with them. We got the guys in here now. What's going on, David? What's going on, Sterling?
We got to be behind the whole pack, And the next race, just put us behind the next ones, too.
Yeah, we half on this show and half on the next one. That'll be that far back.
Yeah. Now, it's little joked with these guys. Me and Cal both have been on their podcast, Chicken Bone Alley. Make sure you guys go check it out. We'll definitely, we always give shout outs to those guys, especially last week as well. But we were both on their show, and I just made the joke that they it was like an hour and 20-minute podcast or an hour and 20-minute episode, and I was like the last like 15 minutes. So I've always got to bring it up and give them crap for it, but it's all
See what we do though. We always save the best for last. That's how we.
Exactly.
I guess.
That's why I was at the beginning of your show. Since I wasn't so good, just put me on the beginning.
Well, we didn't start at the end. We didn't start at the end.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys could, make some time out of your guys' busy schedule. You guys are all over the place all the time. Anytime you got on your guys' Facebook, you're, every weekend for sure. You're at 2-3 different tracks. It's crazy.
Well, maybe seemingly. We try to get as many tracks as we can. Try to support a lot of our local tracks, as everyone should do in this sport. But we just have fun, man. It's fun to go watch some racing.
Awesome. David, what? Give us a little background on your racing, whether it be watching, actually racing, or whatever.
Well, some of my, I guess, earliest memories in life in general started at a racetrack. My dad actually kept up a late model asphalt car for a local guy here, and I remember being 3 years old or so out in the shop working on his car, or not myself working, being under the car with him, and sitting in the car all the time and going to the racetrack. And at the time, it was really funny because I don't even think I've told this on our podcast, but it was really funny because the local track here, Florence Motor Speedway, as y'all have probably seen, or some people have seen on our show and our social media, that track, for some reason, it attracts a lot of NASCAR talent, I guess you say. Josh Berry is there a lot. There's a lot of NASCAR talent comes through that track. And when I was little, my mom told me this story. When I was a baby, at the time, they didn't let anybody under age like 16 in the pits. And they would sneak me into track in a van. And actually, Benny Parsons' wife would come get me because they were the only trailer there that was actually an enclosed trailer. And his wife, Benny Parsons' wife, she would keep me in the trailer the whole night so I could be at the track with them. So that was pretty cool. So some of my first memories were at a racetrack. And then I grew up a little bit, and by the time I was about 7 years old, I think it was, we started racing go-karts on the dirt. And I think I raced for probably 10 years off and on. Well, better part of 10 years, and off and on after that. Then after that, it's just been mostly watching. I've jumped back in a go-kart every now and then. I've jumped in a couple street stocks and a couple what they consider charger cars around here, kind of like a late model. I've jumped in a couple of them and practiced some. And other than that, it's just been watching, going to, like I said, as many tracks as we can. Me and Sterling, when we were in high school, it was, high school or just after we graduated, really. We lived together for a while in an apartment, and it was nothing for us to, on a Friday afternoon, man, there's racing Charlotte this weekend. We ain't got our tickets, but I might want to go. All right, well, let's go. We didn't have hotel room, nothing. We just go. If we could find a hotel room, good. If not, we'd sleep in the truck or whatever and hang out at the track all weekend. But that's been the life, and it's just kept on, and we hang out at whatever racetrack. We don't care what it is. It could be dirt, asphalt. We love going to all of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and from we know, talking to y'all all the time, that you're in the process of building another car for here pretty soon, right? A street stock or something?
Yeah, that's kind of the plan. It's actually, other than motor and transmission being in it, it is pretty much could be race ready, I guess you say. There's lots of stuff I want to do to it, but me and Sterling actually been talking this past weekend. We may end up wanting to go another route. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air right now. Who knows? To be determined.
Can I make a guess? You getting into 4 cylinders? You finally wising up?
Actually, what we're talking about, those do have 4 cylinders. do have 4 cylinders.
Legend car.
There you go.
Thinking about getting it.
There you go, Cale. Yeah, they're becoming a lot bigger around here. You know, it's funny because we talked to Cale a while back, and when we first started talking to him, the legend cars were we said they were kind of coming on around here, but there still wasn't many of them. Well, all of a sudden, they just had a huge race this weekend at Lakeview Speedway down here, and what I understood, they had about 25, 30 cars over there, and kind of like that every time they have a race over there, and they have a race about every other weekend. And even if it's not on dirt, Dillon Motor Speedway, they run them on asphalt over there almost every other weekend. So coming on pretty big around here.
Lakeview is dirt, though, right?
Yes, Lakeview is dirt. Dillon is asphalt.
Yep. And we could probably get them on over here at Florence, too. Savannah and that group over there, they're pretty open into any class, really. If you can bring some, bring a good car count, they're all for it. So, like David said, you know, the Legends cars were. It's funny because the home of Legends car racing is right here in Charlotte, pretty much. You know, anyway, used to be anyway, and really could never get anything down here. Could never get a crowd up, but you know, a couple years ago, it really started. Around a New Year's bash at Dillon, they would have a good crowd of them right around that time of year, and then they kind of fall off. But like David said, now I mean they're coming, you know, wanting to run some dirt stuff, and man, that's cool. It really is because I mean, you all know. I mean, it's a relatively inexpensive class to run, and they put on one of the best shows of the night. So we'll see what happens, I guess.
Awesome. What was your background, Sterling? I mean, I know you have raced before, and I know you love racing, just like we all do. But what's kind of your background?
Well, pretty much the same in a way as David. There, you know, my father, you know, before I was born, even, you know, he grew up working with Junior Johnson and Slick Johnson, all those guys, working on race cars, and you know. Especially when he was, you know, running around here a lot. When he got into the national stuff, you know, Data didn't go as much, but that was kind of when I was coming along, and you know, he was kind of getting out of it somewhat. But you know, he loved anything to do with racing. He had a what was then a dirt late model back in the day. It was like the Charger, I guess, class of a late model at that point. And they ran over at Darlington, actually at the Darlington drag strip. There used to be years ago a dirt track out there, and yeah, it's gone now, of course, but that's where they ran. And he ran a few times and had a pretty good bit of luck with it, but you know, Junior and all those guys were helping him a lot, and you know, his love of racing kind of come from that. And because, well, my granddaddy raced, but he raced horses, so a little bit different. You know. Yeah, for sure. So it kind of all, you know, just generated, just family-wise, just anything to do. I didn't care if I was on a bicycle, I was racing. I don't care if we were running to the mailbox, we were racing. Always been like that. And before I was 7, Mom and Daddy went and got me a go-kart. And there was another go-kart track over in Darlington that was asphalt at the time. So, you know, kind of unheard of nowadays, a asphalt oval around here. But went and bought a go-kart, and my first race was on my 7th birthday. So got out, did that, and dominated that race, which was pretty cool. And just fell in love with it from there. And we stuck with it a lot and did a lot of traveling up and down the East Coast. And we ran WK stuff a lot, and Circus Series, which it didn't last that long. But I don't really think it lasted as much as because there was a lot of travel. I mean, there was you know, from West Virginia down to Florida, back and forth. I mean, it was all over the place. And I just couldn't get the crowd to stick as much as they could at WK stuff, but especially the Nationals and all. But so yeah, I did that for a long time, and I played baseball too. a lot, and that was hard for me. Back then I didn't want to really spend the time in playing baseball because I wanted to go race, and kind of missed out a lot on that. So I quit baseball to go race, and we all know how expensive it is to be able to compete at a high level. It got to where even then it was ridiculous to run a go-kart. Nowhere near what it is now. I mean, we've talked with guys. You can run a asphalt late model way cheaper than you can a dirt go-kart now, which is just crazy. But that's just, I guess that's how it goes. But so I guess the only thing that really took us out was the funding continuing to go up, and Daddy bought a legend car. Him and my uncle, they raced a good bit when they kind of first come around. But at the time, there was really nowhere to race those things around here. They raced Somerville a good bit and stuff like that. But and they raced on, David, what was it? Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights up in Charlotte, I think it was. Tuesday.
Yeah, it was Tuesday. What was it called? I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember.
But anyway, so I mean, that couldn't work out because it was during the week, and it just kind of fell out, and I wanted to get into Legends car at that point, but there just wasn't anything available for my age group and that, and at the time like there is now. I mean, they guys, how young they are now racing them. It just wasn't like that back then, but so yeah, I guess that was pretty much as far as the racing part of it. And then, naturally, like David said, we grew up going to any and everywhere we could go. I mean, with our fathers or parents or whatever, and it was pretty cool because when they came to Darlington every year, Cup cars and all, they had qualifying day on Friday, so it was pretty neat. That was the only day we actually cut school. It was when we go to Darlington, and
but our parents knew about it.
Oh, they knew about it. Yeah, they had a pep rally. It was weird because I don't even remember why. I guess I don't know if it was
first football game of the year. That's what it always was.
Yeah, first football game of the year. So it was always on that weekend, and they had a big pep rally at like 11 o'clock on Friday. So we would jet. We wouldn't even go to the pep rally. We'd go get us some hot dogs and head up to the racetrack and watch qualifying and all that. And just it started back then. That's when we first got our license. That's pretty much where we went to. So, and then over here in Florence, we go every Friday night. That was pretty neat back then when they were doing that. And we just kind of kept going from there. Like David said, we would, it'd be a Friday afternoon and literally no plans on going anywhere. And we see something running at Charlotte or wherever, and we jump in the truck, go and spend a whole weekend up there. And as far as the talking to people that's associated with racing and kind of getting into that side of it, it's something that me and David have talked about doing a podcast and getting going with that and and all that. But it was weird because it didn't matter where we went. It doesn't, and it still don't matter. It's weird how it still works. But wherever we went, I don't care if we were going to Myrtle Beach to watch a late model race, if we were going to Charlotte, if we were going to a go-kart track, there was always somebody famous that was there. And we would talk to them, always. And, some of them gave us time of day, some of them wouldn't. We got some pretty bad stories, just some ones that wouldn't, but, it just kind of went from there. And we kind of thought, shoot, this can't be that hard to try to do it. And just because we love it, we're going to be there anyway. We're going to enjoy it, whatever we do, and kind of spread it around to everybody else, and the race fan perspective, if you will, because a lot of people, I think, fan wise, in my opinion, think that okay, we can just go to the track and we can just sit in the stands and we can just say, that such and such down in the pits, he's a huge name, he's way up, he ain't no different than any of us. And a lot of the drivers want you to really think that, but so that's really cool, is to be able to kind of get in there and let everybody know that they're just regular old dudes and have a lot of fun hanging out at the racetrack too, and getting that fan getting that fan in the pits and it's so much easier on at dirt tracks. We all know that, but a lot of those guys love it, man. They'll sit up there and talk with you forever, and it's really cool. So we've made a lot of good friends and a lot of good relationships in doing that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. I've talked to you guys many times, but never really, heard the stories and how back in high school you guys were just all over the place, and still to this day it's been how many years, and you guys are still doing the same. That's awesome. That's something I wish that I could really do, but it's just not possible, really. Not with trying to race and all that. It's just I got to pick one or the other. But yeah, that's cool, man. Now I do got a question. What made you guys want to go to Legends? Was it strictly just the price? And is it only you, David, or Sterling, you getting one too?
Well, we don't really know yet. It is in the very beginning stages of this thought process.
I got you.
If they would run a stock light and a stock heavy class, we just get one size seat to fit both of us, and we have one. That's for sure.
That's right.
But who knows, man? I don't know what would ever happen, really. I would love to be able to, us both get one and get out there and have a good time. But as far as why, one of the biggest reasons, like we said, is just the cost efficiency of running one. You can get a good used Legend car now, relatively inexpensive, and your motors you can't mess with. Tires last you a good long while, especially on dirt. So that's kind of thing with it.
Yeah, another thing is probably one of my reasons that we first started talking about it is the class that my street stock is set up for. Lakeview Motor Speedway, the dirt tracker close to here. I don't know why, but they're like constantly changing the rules on that class. It's a brand new class. It's supposed to be a very affordable stock class. I mean, bone stock pretty much. And they've already started changing up rules on it, and it looks like it's going to get out of hand already. And in all honesty, it's looking like you're going to have to spend a lot of money on a motor. But yet, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you need a O'Reilly racing engine to go fast, and then you set up time on his dyno, and then really work out your bugs out your car. But anyway, they're just seeming like they were talking about the other day. It's supposed to be an inexpensive class, an affordable class per se. But yet, if you get 5 wins in this class, they kick you out, and then you have to run the Crate Racing USA street stocks. It's the only next class up unless you run something else. Well, my thing is, it's like, all right, is this supposed to be a beginner's class, or is this supposed to be just an affordable class? If it's a beginner's class, I understand that. But if it's supposed to be an affordable class, what difference does it make if somebody else went out there and just outworked you that week when we all got the same rules? So, right. I don't know.
Yeah. That's the bad thing, too, is I don't know how it is up there for y'all, but, they kind of did the same thing with go-karts. They had a Predator class. And, I think we all know what a Predator engine is. You can go to Harbor Freight and buy a Predator motor. $100, I think it is, something like that. It's not very much. I mean, and all you do, take it out the box, put your clutch on. I think there's a clutch rule. I can't remember. It's got to run over. It can't run over a certain RPM, whatever. But you take it out of the box, put it on a go-kart, and you race. When they ended up, boys taking them things and putting $300-400 in them, and it ain't cheap no more. I mean, it's always that they cannot leave a class alone and make it affordable. And that's kind of why, like me and David talked with Legends car. I mean, yeah, of course, there's things you can do. There's things that's more expensive than others, but my opinion, the more expensive thing on the thing is the engine, and you can't touch it, and that's a big plus there.
Well, you have a national set of rules too with the INEX stuff, and it's a national set of rules. The same rule every track you go to, so that's what's great.
Yeah, that's kind of what Tyler and I touched on last week about talking about me racing legend cars. I mean, I can go anywhere. I can come down to Lakeview and race with y'all.
That's right. Exactly. And I mean, there's really nothing to do change-wise, run asphalt to dirt, which is a really, really big thing, too, for us. So there's a lot of pros when it comes to a Legends car, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially because down where you guys are at, there's more asphalt tracks than dirt, if I remember you guys telling me, right?
Oh yeah, it's we have let's see, and all these are at least an hour from us. You got Sumter, Lakeview. That is the closest two tracks to us, and both of those are an hour. We can go to North Carolina to Fayetteville. That's gonna be about an hour and 45 minutes. Lancaster Speedway is about 2 hours from us almost. So yeah, it's for us. I guess that's why we do more of doing both asphalt and dirt, because if we want to see races, you probably gonna have to sacrifice one week and go to the other, because we can't always just readily get to a dirt track.
Yeah. Did you guys see that? I don't know where it was. Cale, you might know, but that one wreck that you sent me, when a guy flipped onto the wall, broke like the halo.
Legend car.
Yeah, broke the halo, and everything. That guy got lucky.
Yes. I sent that to Sterling too. That dude was, whew, that was scary.
Yeah, it definitely was. He have a Haas device. I don't know, man, but you know, and me and David talked about that too. You could do some simple things, stiffen the bars, and you know, keep that from happening. But man, he had someone looking over him that day. That is for sure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yep. But what else? So, like I said earlier, for everyone who's listening, these guys, they have their own podcast. Actually, David has helped me out a bunch with this one. But it's called Chicken Bone Alley Podcast. Make sure you check them out on Facebook and go listen to those guys. But what else you guys got going on over there? Anything new?
Well, not really. We're just chilling. I'm ready for some vacation time, you know.
Vacation time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know. Nah.
He going back to work Monday.
Exactly.
Okay, I see now, because he hasn't worked since December, right?
Exactly.
Of 2019. It's been forever ago.
Not quite. No, I had shoulder surgery and been out since I had shoulder surgery December 29th, and they're finally letting me go back to work tomorrow. Well, Monday. So yeah, I'm ready to get it over with already. Get back to a racetrack.
Yeah, that's good. I know one thing that I wanted to ask y'all. I know y'all like iRacing like Tyler and I do, which I'm not very good at. But are y'all going to have another league start up anytime soon?
We are. We announced it somewhat on our show a couple weeks ago. We don't have it nailed down completely definitive yet, but I'm thinking probably last half of July going into August, we're going to do a Chicken Bone Alley Summer Series. Hadn't been named yet. But we are going to, hadn't really decided all the ins and outs of it. Probably going to mix it up again with some asphalt and dirt. So got some new cars on there from last time, so that'll be a lot more fun. Couple new tracks. So y'all be on the lookout and you're ready for it. And everybody jump on there with us.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Anybody that wants to sponsor, holler at us. Try to get us some more money built up in that thing, and we all in it together. I don't know, man. We'll see what I can get that purse up to. Naturally, everybody wants to jump on when there's more money involved, by all means. But it's fun though, because we all get in there and have a good time, and that. I mean, anybody can come on, I guess, or whatever. But we made a lot of friends last time we did that deal, and everybody, for the most part, everybody ran pretty clean, and it was exciting there all the way to the last race.
Tyler, did you have fun?
Well, when it was dirt, yeah. When it was dirt, but when it was asphalt, I was sweating. It was bad. But actually, I would never even have met you guys if you guys didn't have that league going on.
That's right. That's right.
So
Yeah, who led you to that league?
yeah, you did. Yeah, I know you did. But I wish you guys would just do an all dirt one. But hey, that's just me.
He wants to kill us.
Exactly.
David, you gonna race it this time? Because I know last time you had the shoulder surgery and you couldn't do it. But hopefully you get to do it this time. I know you're really good at it, but I mean it'd be fun to see you out there.
I don't know about this really good at stuff at anything, but if I can find somebody to broadcast it all and admin and everything, I think I may jump in it as well. If not, I'll be broadcasting it again. But I'd like to get out there. But we'll set a league up for Tyler. Only dirt, only street stock. So.
Oh no, it can be dirt anything. It don't have to be street stocks. It can be. I didn't do.
It don't. No.
I didn't do too bad in the pro lights.
It'll be asphalt cars on dirt.
There we go.
That'll work. That'll definitely work. Yeah.
Front wheel drive ones at that.
Yeah.
That's what they need to put on there. I've said it many times. But yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I can't wait. And let me know if you need a broadcast or whatever. I told you. I know a few guys I could steer you to, and they're really good, and they're good price too. 'Cause that's what you got to watch. I messaged one group whenever we did our league, and they wanted $100 a night.
Oh yeah, we got a hold of some of them last time too. I was like, "Woo, that's a little much."
Yeah, no way.
Yeah. David, you could let Tyler broadcast and admin the asphalt races.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah, that'll be real good. That'll be real good. But Kel, you got anything else for these guys?
I just wanted to tell them thank you for everything they've done for us on our podcast, and we'll definitely be continue listening to theirs because it's awesome to hear other race talk, and these guys are cool, and it's just I just appreciate everything they've done for us, and can't wait to hear y'all's episode on Tuesday. On Tuesdays, the Chicken Bone Alley one comes out, so everybody needs to click on there and listen to that.
Well, we definitely appreciate y'all also, and appreciate the support y'all have given us over the last year and a half of us doing this, and it's been fun. And y'all gonna learn real fast. Fun to get to talk about some of this stuff and put it out there, and then every now and then see some feedback from people. It makes it cool when everybody wants to engage in conversation about racing, because that's what we want to do anyway. So we love it, and appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully soon. I imagine we'll have you guys back on. You know what I mean? Here in the future, especially whenever you guys get the league going and everything. And I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, sure.
Put them to the back.
Put us to the back.
Say the best for last.
That's it. All right, guys. Yeah, like I said, we appreciate you stopping in, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Yeah, fun. We appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
All right, later.
Later.
And that was David and Sterling, Chicken Bone Alley Podcast. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. Those guys, two great dudes. How about it, Kel?
Oh my gosh, man, those guys are awesome.
Yeah,
their podcast is great to listen to. I look forward to listening to that every Tuesday morning on my drive to work. So it's great.
Yeah,
and I hope they get a legend car because maybe that'll give me a chance to go race with them.
Yeah,
that'd be
cool.
Drive down to South Carolina. And go race with them.
Yeah, for sure. That's always nice talking to them guys, and you can talk to David and Sterling for hours and not even know it. It's just they, especially when it's nice, they share the same passion as us, just like me and you. Share a lot of the same values and everything, and you can just talk and talk and talk and talk about anything.
Oh yeah, they're great guys.
Yeah, good. But one thing that I wanted to, I mean, kind of, it's local stuff here, but man, I tell you, it was pretty much opening weekend for a lot of tracks around here. 2 tracks close to me, pretty much. I mean, we're in the middle of May. Just the weather has not been working for them, and it just a lot of tracks putting new dirt. Some put clay, some put dirt, and I tell you what, you can tell the difference on who's putting the time in and putting the right surface on the track, and who's kind of cutting corners. Because man, the tracks were rough. I saw a lot of different, 3 different tracks. I saw some pictures of one. It's Thunder Mountain Raceway, Speedway rather, and there was a guy laying down. So if you can kind of picture in the middle of the track, in the middle of the turn, a guy was laying down, and what was below him and above him was higher than him.
Wow.
Yeah, rough.
It's like that down here too with the people that added all the new dirt this year. They're like first or second nights. The track is so rough.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, when I went down to Latrobe 2 weekends ago, it was a little rough. It takes a few races to get packed down. That's why I'm kind of happy I missed this weekend, because every track was rough. I saw a rollover of Jeff Hubbard at Thunder Mountain, and I mean, he tore his car up. I mean, it happened quick. You can tell. From what I could see on the video, I don't know if he hit that rut or he hit another one, or him and the car got together. I'm not sure, but man, he went for a ride for sure. So it was crazy. Then Dog Hollow, the track closest to me, I heard a lot of guys. Actually, my cousin Jordan, he ended up blowing out a right rear tire, which we never do. I've never blew a right rear tire out unless I went off the track or something. But he just hit. He set it in just a little right in the line of one big rut going into, I think it was 1, and just totally ruined his night, and which sucks. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I don't know how it is down there, Kel, but we used to run a lot of clay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're going to be glad you didn't race those tracks early on for being so rough, because that way you don't have to break no parts,
Oh yeah.
Just let everybody else get the kinks out of it and tear up the cars and stuff like that. Yeah. But like that, your buddy or the guy that flipped. I mean, first night out, that's not good.
And I will say this: out of all the cars in the area, he's one of the top ones. So I know he's got money in it. I know he has a lot of time into it, like all of us. That's trying. I know he travels a little bit at CDRA and with the Northeast and stuff. And he's fast. He's that Cobalt of his. He got something figured out, because he's definitely moving. But I don't know if it's his cousin or brother. I'd like to have both of them on the show sometime, but we'll get into the results later. One of them had no luck. The other one had a lot of luck. So, but yeah, at Thunder Mountain, they had 3. I don't know how many cars started. But from what I heard, they had 3 super late models finish.
Wow.
That's how rough the track was. Yeah, it was like 3 or 5, something like that. I heard a few.
That's not good for the fans, No. I mean, they come there to watch a good show and then something like that. But
yeah. Speaking of fans, Marion Center Speedway, one of my favorite tracks ever to run. Packed house. So happy to see them guys who started that track back up. It was shut down for the last few years. This weekend was opening weekend. From like I said, since they've been shut down, and it was awesome to see all the support from the area. Everybody going and watching some good racing. That track wasn't nearly as rough as what I heard the other ones were. So shout out to them guys. I'm so happy that the race fans, because it's a lot of good racing there. So very happy to see them guys being successful and with a packed house. I saw a picture. There wasn't a seat left.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yes,
That's awesome.
That was great.
So they had good weather, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean this weekend, the weather was perfect. They really didn't get the car count because now you're going to see a lot of cars. I don't know, we're going to be more spread out. Last year we didn't have too many places to go. You know, I mean it's all classes, not just 4-cylinders. Everybody. So there was a higher car count everywhere that you went. But now you can travel, within a hour and a half radius of me. I got 2-3 tracks every night. Friday, Saturday, I got 2-3 tracks I can go to.
Wow, that's great.
Yep. So
that's great to see these dirt tracks reopen back up. There's several of them that's happened down here this year, and it's good to see. But then again, you have a bunch of dirt tracks. It might take cars from other tracks and stuff like that, but you're going to have that, I guess. But it's good to see them opening back up.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, but here on the results I kind of wanted to get to tonight, I don't know if you got any down there with Legend Cars, because it's pretty much just your series that runs kind of in that. What's the closest series to you that runs like almost weekly?
About Legend Cars?
Yeah. Yep.
I guess the closest Legend Cars series, other than us on dirt, is probably in Pennsylvania. They have a Legend Cars series up there.
Yeah, they're not up here, Cal.
I know they're not close to you, but.
Oh man, yeah, no, that's down Lancaster way in York County and stuff. Okay, I got you. But so like I said, I already named actually pretty much all the tracks. But Thunder Mountain and Marion Center, like I said, Jeff Huber, he didn't have no luck, but Joe Huber ended up taking a win on both of them, and I know he's got a pretty good car. I've seen him run a bunch. Haven't had a chance to go up against him yet, but if he's there Saturday night, Marion Center, he's gonna have to battle the 418 for the dub. So, and then Hidden Valley Speedway, Rob Williams running the 9 car. He pretty much takes care of the SCDRA Northeast up here. He's has a raffle for different racing parts and tolls and all that, and it was nice to see him get a dub. I know he went to Thunder Mountain. He didn't have no luck. He was battling a miss or something, so it was nice to see him get it taken care of, and got himself a win, and that's awesome. And closest track here, Dog Hollow Speedway. I believe it's his first ever win. I got to give a shout out, Cody Young. That was awesome to see him get a win out there, and on opening night and starting out his year pretty good. I heard it was a bunch of good racing and all that. So, like I said, shout out to Cody, Rob, and Joe. Joe on the sweep, on the weekend sweep. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, really, really good for those guys. So, and like I said, that's all 4 cylinders, because we represent the small man here.
That's right.
But that was pretty cool.
Our Legend Car series, we when we race at Brush Creek, because that's our home track, we run dual features. So we, when you qualify, you get split, odds and evens. So we run dual features, and we had 30 something cars there. So it was a pretty decent night. And feature 1 was won by Josh Dietz. That was his first win in the year in Legend Car, but he's already won a few times in his crate late model. So
down Florence.
Yes, he races a lot down there in Florence with that crate late model, and he does really good with that car. I think last weekend he finished second. So I think his worst run this year in his brand new car is 4th. So him and his crew chief Dylan Rivers, man, they got that car dialed in every week, everywhere they go. They're in the top 4. So, but in the feature 2 was won by Tyler Scott, and he's always fast. I mean, he's a regular on our series. He does a really good job. he had a bad wreck at Florence a few weeks ago, tore the car completely up, and we were off for 2 weeks, so that gave him time to get his car back together. And him and his buddies, they thrashed it and got it totally back together, and he's been running good ever since.
Yeah. Actually, on my notepad here, I actually ended up missing a track. Totally forgot about Hummingbird. It's a little bit farther out, but actually a guy I used to race with back in the day on my first go around with 4 cylinders, Sean Hayden in a 3H. So it was nice to see another Neon guy out there tearing it up, and yeah, he's got a real fast car. That's Hummingbird Speedway. Oh, okay. So yeah, I went out there last year once, and it wasn't too bad, but I definitely totally forgot about it as we're sitting here talking. I'm like, I didn't put them down on my notes, and sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, it's yeah. So congratulations, Tyler Scott and Josh Dietz on their dubs down there in Ohio, and that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Hopefully we can get you in the well, you got your heat race win, so that's good.
We got a heat race win, so that's a goal of mine. Just kind of baby steps. Get my way there. So
yeah,
I'm getting there.
Oh yeah. So hey, one step at a time, man. One race at a time. That's what you got to look at.
I'm not expecting a lot. This is only my second full season of race, so I'm just gradually getting faster every week. And Levi and Josh and Ashley and Cliff Bird, those guys have really helped me. James Keaton, Kyle Keaton, they've really helped me racing. I wouldn't be where I am without all those guys.
Yeah, that's nice. You got that help. Yeah, for sure. That's pretty cool. But I know last week on what's that?
No, I was just gonna say last year Levi was helping me, and over the winter he bought a car, so now I don't have anybody helping me at the track a lot. So I need to find that person to go with me because I miss that.
Yeah, you
Levi
and me both
being there.
Yeah. I need to find a group like yours to help me during the week, and someone like Levi help me hit the track because I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm a one-man show here. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It's definitely nice if you have somebody there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, like I said, I know last week we touched on the SCDRA Northeast on the 28th and the 29th, Ohio Valley Speedway and Midway Speedway. There's the opening race for the Northeast up here, $2,500 to win both tracks. But I did see an update. I just helping any of the listeners that are going to go to any of those. That a few notes that they put on their page is make sure that your helmet's in date, an SA 2005 or newer. Make sure your seatbelts are in date and mounted properly. Make sure that your seat, if it's mounted to the floor, it won't pass. So make sure you got it attached to the cage, and that your head's not above the halo. You got a window net, stuff like that, and so it's easier on the tech guys when they tech you, and it's it's for your safety. So we opened up the show with safety on how crazy it can get, and I know this year I've been seeing more and more videos of some wild stuff happening. So make sure your all your safety stuff is up to date and you're ready to go, so you can go out and bust that tail end.
That's right. That's good that they're checking all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Because
we're getting faster. I mean, we're getting faster and faster and faster. So it's just we gotta. I did see down a place called Cumberland Speedway. So just a little background. When I remember one time a state trooper or a cop, somebody was out at the track and they were radaring us. And this was probably 2010, 2011. At one track that was Marion Center, I believe. We were at Marion Center. I think we were only doing 65. We weren't going that fast. I bet you now it's probably with just how fast the cars got. I would have to say probably about 75 mile an hour. We probably gained a good bit just from, because now back then Neon's kind of really dominated then, and we had 150 horsepower. Now the Honda Civics and the Acuras, the RSXs, all those cars, and even the Cobalts, they're 200 plus.
Wow.
So when you got that horsepower, obviously you're going to go faster. So yeah, and
Right.
safety is huge. Not saying safety wasn't important back then, but now it's more important than ever because the speeds we're going now,
Right.
you can get real messed up in a hurry.
Right.
So
Right. Speaking of speaking of safety, one of the guys that helps us with the show, Cole Dement, he had started up that new business called First Guardian, where you can get that sticker and put on your helmet. And if you have an accident and you're knocked out or something like that, they can scan that. Those safety crew can scan that and get a hold of your family or whoever your contact is on that thing. It's just a code that sticks on the side of your helmet, and they can scan that. Like the guy that got burnt, if they need to get a hold of his family, they could have scanned that and got a hold of somebody, you know what I mean, if they wasn't at the track.
yeah, and you can put what like you're allergic to, if you're allergic to any
Right.
kind of medicine or anything, so they don't give it to you. Very good idea. Very good idea.
Yeah, Cole,
Yeah.
that was a good deal Cole did, man. It's just now taken off, but if anybody wants that, you can go to his Facebook page, First Guardian, and that get that code and get it ordered and get it stuck to your helmet, so if you do have an accident, and they can see what, like you said, see what you're allergic to or anything like that.
Yeah, it definitely would save the paramedics time, the first responders, to save them time so they can get working on you and get everything right the first time, so it doesn't like I said, doesn't cause an allergic reaction or anything. Bam, it's all right there, right on that code. They scan it, boom, they're done. They got all the information they need.
Right. We'll have to get Cole on here to talk about it more, but and he was race legend cars for a long time, and I think he did compacts as well. But and he races iRacing with us too, and he made this business and just trying to get it to take off, and it's a good deal for the racers.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So you are heading to where again, Cale? You're heading to Jackson and Florence. Am I correct?
In 2 weeks, we're off next week.
Okay,
It'll be Memorial Day weekend. Is our next two races.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you'll get a little time off and be able to recoup, make sure the car's all good, and get back out and get after it, right?
That's right. Try to bust some tail in.
Oh yeah, gotta bust that tail in. But yeah, so then you can, like I said, I know last week some stuff came up at the end of the week, but we're back at it and we're all good now. So you can catch the 418 Dog Hollow Friday night, Marion Center Saturday night. As long as I make it through Friday, I plan on being there Saturday. So we're looking to eat. So yeah, we're looking to eat. So hopefully it all works out and we can get in victory lane.
Heck yeah. It's going to be exciting to get into victory lane. I hope when you come down here, you're in victory lane so we can be in there with you. Because you're a one-man crew. We can get in the picture and act like we're part of the crew.
That's it. Well, if I got the car, it just got to stay together. That's all.
Right.
That's what I say. Yeah. If it stays together, I'll go up against anyone. So just
drive pretty good.
Yep, just gotta, especially after Latrobe. So yeah, I just gotta get it to stay together, and we'll be all right.
That's awesome.
You got anything else?
Race when you I don't think so. Not this week. Maybe next week we might have some news coming out. Some stuff going on. Maybe later on this week. So stay tuned.
All right.
Listen to episode 3.
Yeah. So we hope everybody enjoyed this episode 2 of Blood Eagle Racing Podcast, and we really would like your feedback. So go on our Facebook page, message us, let us know what you think, if we could do anything better. We're just starting out here. we're looking for that feedback and trying to do a better job. Like I said, we can always learn, always do better, racing and doing podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to thank David and Sterling for coming on again, and just thank them for everything they're doing. And everybody go listen to Chicken Bone Alley podcast, and they'll be on Tuesday mornings on Apple, YouTube. I think they're pretty much on everything. Google,
Pandora, all them.
Pandora, yeah, they're on Spotify, but we're getting there. Hopefully we'll be on Apple and Google pretty soon, but you can listen to ours on, I guess if you're already listening to it, Spotify, iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
So,
yep. Yeah. Trying to get on Apple and Apple Podcast and on Pandora. So we're trying to get on both of them as well. But so good deal. It's a good overall deal.
Good job, Tyler. Good job on the podcast, and thank you for getting all that set up. And can't wait till next week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I have you to do it with, because if I was just sitting here blabbing, I know I couldn't even listen to it, and it's me. So it's nice to have somebody else, to just get on here and BS racing with.
Yeah, man, I enjoy it. Can't wait till we can go to support each other at our tracks.
Yeah, for sure. But, all right, everybody. Well, like I said, thank you for tuning in to this week, and we will catch everybody next Monday. So everyone have a good week, work week, and a good racing weekend coming up, and we will catch everybody next Monday.
Worldwide.
Thanks for listening to the Blood Eagle Podcast.